it's weird that when you're an ally to something that doesn't really feel like that should need allies, there shouldn't be a need for allies to the Black Lives Matter movement, because it's a movement about justice and it's a movement about equality. And why should justice and equality need allies? It should just be a given, right? That we should be supporting things that strive towards more equality, that strive towards more justice, that strive towards fixing things that are broken in our society. So, with that in mind, this poem is called The Appropriations Committee. Normally, I wouldn't explain a title, but it's called The Appropriations Committee because I'm very aware that I'm actually appropriating the voice here of another group. And I wanted to acknowledge that at the beginning of the piece. I'm going to start things and we'll see if this goes as well as I hope it will. Cheers.
I look at the partisan gridlock in our capital, and it's no shock that everyone is looking for someone else to blame. I'd do the same. I don't like egg on my face. I'd want a leg up in the endless rat race of who's screwing who first. But our backs are sprouting daggers, and unlike Mick Jagger, I can't find any sympathy for this devil. And the media pundits, the talking heads in their boxes, while the foxes are in the henhouse, and we're the chickens, too cowardly to speak up, to say that this is not okay. There's something broken here. I absolutely adore how people of color reacting angrily to oppressive behavior bothers us more than the actual oppressive behavior does. It's all whitewashed and black-faced till any discussion about race is diluted and polluted, dumbed down to the talking points that they want to push. Shh. Don't find your voice. Let them do the talking for you. That way they can frame the debate. They can tell us who to hate, because they certainly want to tell us who to love. Let's get an angry black man, or, if we're feeling particularly progressive, a black woman, and give them 30 seconds to try and encapsulate the whole of racial history. We'll talk over them while they do. Did you hear that? That's the sound of the other shoe dropping. Our society looks at people of color like it is their duty to get rid of racism. But let me be clear. Let me speak bluntly so that you can hear it. If you look like me, then it's your responsibility, not theirs. It's the silent majority churning away through action or inaction that propagates this system. And it's not fair that we look to the victim to solve the mess that we created. But Michael, it's all so complicated. We've grown jaded, frustrated. It's been stated and restated, running around in circles in our heads. It's just too big. Where do we begin? You want to know where to begin? You start from the heart. You want to combat bigotry? You start with that essential dignity that is due every member of the human race. Don't waste your time trying to assign the blame. That's their game. You repeat over and over, there's something broken here, over and over, there's something broken here, there's something broken here. You repeat it till it rings in their ears, there's something broken here. You repeat it till the words lose their meaning, there's something broken here, till they have problems falling off your tongue. There's something broken here. You carve them into every monument that bears the words, we the people. If we as a society can't agree that killing a child is worthy of being prosecuted, if we can watch as our fellow citizens are harassed and killed and say to ourselves, it's only a few bad apples, which is all well and good until you have to eat one, then it's time to burn this fucker down and start over. It's only a few bad apples. It's only a few bad apples. Doesn't anyone remember that the whole saying is, a few bad apples spoil the bunch? There's something broken here. How can we take that first step? You can't walk on a broken leg. We need to set the bone first, and only then can the healing begin. Black Lives Matter.